Hi guys, welcome to lecture 6. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about template and template URL and style URLs in Angular component. So in previous lecture, we had a discussion about components in Angular. So in the component, we have a decorator. At the rate component decorator we have, and that at the rate component is a function which takes an object with the properties of selector, template or template URL it will take, or style URL it will take. So let's have a look on it, what is template and what is template URL, how to use in the components, and style URLs, how to use in the components in this tutorial. Let's have a look on template and template URL. So we know that at the rate component function takes an object with properties like template and template URL. We just spoken about that, and so we can render our HTML code within the at the rate component decorator in two ways. First one is inline template, and external templates we can use. So in inline template, we will provide the HTML content inside the TypeScript file, whereas in external templates we will refer a HTML page, like when we are creating a user component, so it will generate user.component.html. so in template URL, just we refer that user.component.html directly. We are referring the link of that particular HTML page. In case of inline template, we will use property as template, and in case of external template, we will use property as template URL. So just now we discussed inline templates and external templates. So in case of the inline template, so we are using template property, and we are writing the HTML content inside this TS file, that is TypeScript file, and we are using backtick characters. This one is the backtick character. This is the feature of ECMAScript 2015. So in case of template URL, just we are referring the path of respective template HTML page. So in this scenario, we are using template URLs. So this is about how inline template and external templates we are using in component. So I will show you how this code look like in Angular project. So see, so this is my app component.ts component class. This app component class is decorated with at the rate component, and here I am using template as a property. So in this and I use backtick characters, and I wrote some HTML content. H1 tag I wrote template, and HR tag I have div, and we are using and I wrote template inside TypeScript file inside the div. This is the inline template. And in case of external template, see, in the component decorator function, we have an object, and the object property is template URL, and I am referring the app.component.html page, which I shown in below, this one. So this HTML page is referred in template URL. Let's see practically these things. I was created a hello world project previously. So go to the project directory location, type cmd, and hit enter. So open this project in Visual Studio Code so that we can edit the things. Code hyphen start. It is opened in Visual Studio. So previously we created a user registration component. Let's work with this. So probably we are dealing with components, right? TS file. So user registration.component.ts file. Open this, and this user registration component class is decorated with at the rate component function, and this at the rate component function taking the properties selector, template URL, and style URLs. So first let's talk about inline template. So inline template is nothing but what we are using backtick characters, and we are writing something in TypeScript file itself. So let's do that. So this is the template URL. Change this to template. I am using template property and I am removing this. And use backtick characters. So I wrote this template and I wrote the h1 tag and I have hr tag. So the HTML content is written inside a TS file. So let's run this. And before that I have a selector app-user registration. So our root component is this one, app component.ts. So inside this HTML page we need to specify this app-user registration. So this is the selector of user registration component. So this inline template will render here. So let's see this how it will work. It will build the project and it will open in browser. So successfully build and then it is opened in browser. See, so template and template inside TypeScript file. So this is what we specified here. Rendered HTML content is from template. Okay, nothing but that is a inline template and that is rendered successfully here. Okay, so if you want to design a more complex form, it is very hard to do here. Why? Because it does not provide any intelligence. So to design from complex forms or usual forms, we mostly prefer template URL. So from and let's have a look on how template URL works. In case of external template, what we will do is, so inside that component decorator, I will use template URL property. Template URL property, and this template URL property refers user registration.component.html page. So whatever the design you have, you keep in this file. So I will provide some information from in this HTML page and we will render it. Let's see how it works. So in user registration component.html, so I designed like this h1 template URL external template, so we can identify from where it is rendering, so that I named as external template. And finally I am rendering this template. And in user registration component, if you are using external component, we will use template URL and we will give the property value as template user registration component HTML page root. And let's save this. So compile successfully and let's open our browser and let's see how it is working. See the template URL, this is the external template, the template outside TypeScript file, an implementation of template URL property. So here we had discussion about template and template URL. So if you want to use inline template, so use the property as template. If you want to refer external file, external, or if you want to refer external HTML file, you can go with template URL. So that's about template and template URL. So let's discuss about style and style URLs. So the component decorator can take two kind of things: inline styles and external styles. So in inline styles, we will provide the CSS inside the TypeScript file. Like we have style, and there we will write this all CSS in inline in TypeScript. So if you want to use external styles, it specifically creates a page like user registration.component.css. In that CSS file, we will provide all the required CSS to that page. And if in case of inline style, we will use style property, in case of external style sheet, we will use styleUrls property. So I will show you how this works. So this is the app component.ts file. So in case of inline template, we will use styles as property, and array of style sheets we are passing. Like I provided here h1 and color and div and font family. I wrote inside the TypeScript file, and the HTML content is looks like this. Okay. In case of external style sheet, what I will use is I will use styleUrls as a property, and inside that array I will provide the respective page component CSS, and in the respective page CSS I will write the this CSS file. Okay, let's see practically. To define inline styles, we will use styles property, and inside the array we are passing the styles h1. For h1 tag we have adding some color, and for div font family we are using Arial, and color we are adding. So I already defined this one, so let's see how it works. Let's save, Ctrl S, and open your browser. See, so for so it is applying inline styles. So in the code I mentioned h1. So in the user registration page, for h1 tag it is applying which color? Red color. And for the font family it is applying Arial, and color is just blue color it is applying. Div and div's font family it is applying blue color. So inline CSS inline styles is working. So simply in inline styles what we are doing, so inside the TypeScript file we are providing the styles. Okay. External styles. So for external styles we will use property as styles URLs, and for styles URL we will refer the respective page CSS file. So let's copy this styles from here and paste it in user registration.component.css file, and copy this one, div and other things, and save it. And here what we will do is we will use styles URL, and inside this array go one folder up and use. So styles URLs refers user registration dot component dot css, this file. In this file we already defined some styles, and let's save this file and open your browser. See, the same kind of styles it is applied. Okay, so styles outside the TypeScript file called external styles. See, in case of internal styles also it is applying, or in case of external styles also it is applying. So this is about style and styles URLs in component function. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.